Griff, thank you so much. Let's bring in today's panel now. Harris and I are joined by Fox News contributor Tammy Bruce, director of the Tech Policy Center at the Heritage Foundation, Kara Frederick, and host of Making Money on Fox Business, Charles Payne. Charles, we've had an explosive morning, and now these developments, which frankly raises so many more questions than answers. What do you make of it all?
First of all, I'm like, I got to become a lawyer all over again. It's like, I had to put on my lawyer hat. I didn't even know the FAR. I'm glad I heard Griff mention what it stood for. Here's what I think the angle I was looking at it, we all kind of anticipated, was just this notion that this was a sweetheart deal to begin with, right? And to remind folks, the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act of 1993 was ushered into law by then Senator Joe Biden, chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, which made this form 4473 a key part of the background check. Lying on that form is a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Bottom line, that was already a big headline. So now the sweetheart deal apparently had a cherry on top. Immunity. Wow, it gets even sweeter for the Biden family. But how brazen do you have to be? How arrogant do you have to be to let this play out in front of the American public where so many people have gone to prison for far less?
Yeah. Tammy, I want to bring you in. You're always so thoughtful and so cognizant of so many details. And part of what I find so frankly horrifying about this case, as someone who has spent hundreds of hours in federal prisons looking across the table at average Americans who were serving time for a fraction of what Hunter Biden has verifiably been accused of here, is the level of detail. For over 6 years that he either failed to file tax returns or when doing so, liked to claim things like his sex club dues, his call girl payments, his daughter's Columbia University tuition, the daughter that he recognized, that is. And when the tax division of the DOJ, when those supervisory and special agents referred, it's not just this one felony that we're talking about that everyone continues repeating. It's 6 felonies, actually, and 5 misdemeanors that were serious charges that he's facing decades in prison. And then after that, to learn that people whose salaries are paid by our tax dollars let the statute of limitations run, prevented search warrants from being executed, prevented this from being investigated further, to watch that smug face go in and out of a courtroom when average Americans who work hard all know someone that served time for so much less. I know a woman on chemo who didn't get the benefit of a plea deal of a misdemeanor. She got a felony for $35,000 of alleged tax evasion. He was accused by the DOJ of $17.3 million of tax evasion. What is fair in this? Help these viewers understand why they should be outraged, Tammy.
Well, I think also they should be pretty happy today, is that because with everything that you've noted, we expected, and everybody seemed to expect, the media expected this to just go on through.
So
this was going to be a simple thing. It was going to take 30 minutes, that it was normalized. And when his actions were not just his smug look, but an attitude of doing things in the open, expecting no problems. Americans, of course, sometimes what's taken into consideration is not just the crime that you do, but the intention behind it. If you're arrogant about it, if you knew what you were doing was a problem, or if you were drunk, you didn't know, or whatever. But even back and forth, the nature of what you're doing is based on the kind of treatment you're expecting to get, or the kind of treatment you're not going to get. So this is what is the major problem. This is a microcosm of the major problem in this country right now, is who is this country serving? Is there, it's now almost like a little bit of a cliche, but it's true about a two-tiered system of justice. The IRS was crowing the other day that, okay, we'll stop making surprise visits at regular Americans' houses because they owe us a little bit of money. And, so that's supposed to make them, good guys. But this is what the American people see. The American people, no matter what they do for a living, understand fairness. This is about fair play. So many things in this country, about sports, about the nature of politics, about prison time, about reform. And the only thing this guy's not wearing is a tutu at this point, is like dancing into the courtroom and flipping off America in general because of the absurdity of what it is we're facing. This judge's actions today in the current situation is good for the country. They talk, it might be a trial. Well, you know what? For a lot of Americans, it is a trial. Or sometimes they plead to something that only gives them 50 years in jail. This is good news, and it's perhaps because of the conversation, because Americans were shocked, the system was shocked, and this cannot continue on. So good for that judge. Good for us that it didn't just get pushed on through, and good for the future that we now see that this is how the system should work.
And the landscape that Tammy just described, Kara, it includes our, again, tax dollars paying for 87,000 new IRS agents. But that's against the backdrop of the tax division manual, which demands that if the elements of a felony can be proven, you cannot charge or let plea to a misdemeanor. So to that point, the flagrant cavalier quality that this case seemingly has been handled, when most of us, believe me, do not get afforded that generosity, is made all the more difficult to stomach.
Exactly. And here I'm looking at all this coverage and I'm thinking, okay, are the wheels of justice finally turning? So I completely agree with Tammy. It looks like our system, which one of the central tenets of our system is equal application of the law in America, it appears that it is working today, which we've been a little worried about that actually being the case in the past few months. But I do want to come back to what Tammy said too, the smug look, the fact that they've not just trotted him out, especially in the courtroom, but they let Hunter take positions at state dinners. They take him to Ireland, and he's glad-handing, with people. So I see that, and to me, like you said, it's a slap in the face to everyday Americans. This man should be hiding. He should be keeping his head down because we know that the confluence of evidence indicates some wrongdoing here. So why are they just brazenly saying, here, fly on Air Force One, here, come to all our state dinners and our vacations? That, to me, is something that I think Americans are seeing, and they recognize it's a problem. Hopefully, we come to a resolution that is, frankly, more American.
The presence at the state dinner was made all the more. Sorry, excuse me for a second. Just to finish this thought, the presence at the state dinner was made all the more striking because the Attorney General was in attendance too. Right. And as you talked about the flying across the country, as he failed to pay his tax returns and lied on them, he also flew across the country on a private jet to claim to an Alabama judge that he didn't earn enough money to pay child support. Harris.
Oh, and I'm sorry for cutting in, Emily. I just wanted to pick up on something that you said, Tammy, because this really is about the American people.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you can see through the forest, the thick forest of trees to some daylight, that forensically this is being shed today. The people can see that sunlight just cleaning everything out. And I also agree, and I said particularly the liberal media, we all went into this day thinking that this was going to be one and done really quick. However, that mantra was still being touted 2 hours ago as we were watching them walk into a courtroom. What had changed was somebody on his legal team had done something they shouldn't do. Somebody's accused,
right.
Women accused of pretending to be somebody else to try to get some evidence, kept out of the case. And those types of things the judge is taking a look at. So it's not anybody's opinion but hers that counts. Judge Marianne Norioka.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Compagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.